All right. What is up, Knights of Apollo? We are back with another Rome 2 siege battle. Right now we've got the defenders sallying out. This is Swaby, riders of the hunt. And they are on the hunt for some Carthaginians. What's up? All right. So, I don't know why I said what's up like this is another intro. Anyways, this is a fast siege battle. Not necessarily like super fast, you know, in terms, relatively speaking, of other videos on YouTube. 30 minutes is pretty long, I suppose. But you know, compare, like, if this was Warhammer, this would be like a marathon battle. But in Rome 2 Siege, this is like a little less than average. Anyways, let's look at the factions here and get this one underway. Here's a really cool settlement. This one is lots of streets, lots of narrow streets. So, you know, this map is actually very much a choke pointy map. You know, as I just mentioned. Here comes more forces sallying out. Look at this. Look at this. So we have the other Iberian faction. I always forget how to pronounce their name. But, yeah, the other one that's not, you know, Lusitani. Arvaci, I think that's it. Yeah. But anyways, it is kind of shocking to see that this map here is only 30 minutes long when you consider all the choke points and pathways. So we'll see how this one plays out. Anyways, Arvaci's setting up some spears to kind of harass Carthage. Let's look at the factions really fast. So we've got Carthage, we have Colchis, we have Macecily, and Boii. So those are the 4 attacking factions. By the way, this was sent in by Ellington Total War. Check out his channel. He covers his own Total War battles. He does other stuff too. So definitely check out his channel. It'll be linked down in the video description. So those are the attackers. Defending, we had Swaby, Arvaci, we have Nervii, and Egypt. So those are the defenders. We'll check out their armies in more detail a little bit later. Look at these guys. Riders of the Hunt come out of nowhere. But they disengage. They're really trying to sandwich in these mercenary Gaelic hunters. They're going to throw back there. There we go. Nice little charge into these Iberian spears. But they are going to get hammer and anviled. Boom. And those Gaelic swords are surrounded. Meanwhile, Carthage is just kind of like, whatever, we're going in. I'm not waiting for this nonsense. Boii also pushing very aggressively. And the question is, where are the defenders? Gosh darn it. They are missing. The defenders are gone. The invaders are storming the streets. And Boii leads the way in terms of taking the streets. Now, we do see some troops back here getting ready to defend. So it looks like they're, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it, guys. It looks like the defenders, come on, you know what I'm going to say. Come on, come on. The defenders are going to bend but not break. So basically what that means is that they're going to give up some ground to hold a better position, you know, per se. A little bit, you know, give a little ground but not break. You know what I mean? You know where I got that from? That term, bend but don't break? I think I got that from the NFL. Like, you know, I used to watch NFL, not really anymore, but I used to be a big Falcons fan. And they always had crappy defenses. They're always like the worst in the league with their defense. Their offense is great, but that doesn't matter. Anyways, I didn't really want to spend time talking about football, but I just wanted to mention, like, every time the Falcons are playing, the announcer would be like, well, you know, they're going with a bend but don't break strategy. You know, they'll get to the red zone and they'll hold their own and they'll stop them from getting a touchdown. That never happened. The Falcon defense was just break, you know, just let them score and hope our offense scores a little bit more. Anyways, I didn't want to go. Anyway, that's where I got the term from. All right, that's where I got the term from. So now the defenders, this is really shocking, guys. I'm going to be honest. This is really shocking. I don't know why they're not defending this area. This is such an easy area. It's literally 3 choke points. 1, 2, 3. Right there that they could hold. And now we've got artillery coming down. This is pretty good artillery because you know they're going to be bunched up over here. And they over here. And they landed some hits on the Egyptian infantry. Look at these guys. They look like they're going to play like football in the like 40s and 30s and stuff. Those kind of old leather helmets. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Anyways, Axeman leading the way for Colchis. The fight's getting pretty spicy. It looks like the infantry's finally going to clash. We do have a clash of infantry over on this side. Barbarian v. Barbarian. Ooh, getting hot. As these Levy Freemen take on Levy Freemen. No, I'm the better peasant. No, you're the better peasant. I know. Oh, wait. I mean, I'm the better peasant. So, yeah. Levy v. Levy. What a sight to behold. You know what I also always say for, like, crappy troops fighting? The battle of the shiniest turd. But, I mean, look at these guys. They're jacked. They're pretty strong. And now we got reinforcements. Celtic warriors, these guys are definitely going to turn the tide here. But, you gotta be kidding me. Celtic warriors stand on the other side. This is a joke, right? Is this a joke? We got a mirror match. When will the tribes unite? Why must they fight each other? This is why Rome wins. All right, more artillery coming down, trying to go for some units hanging in the back. Axeman taking on the Egyptian infantry. Axeman should easily win that one. Oh, here we go, here we go. Celtic warrior versus Celtic warrior. The Levy Freemen are done. Oh, but the Celtic warriors are going to step back a little bit. They're going to wait for some more Levy Freemen. It's a big battle. It's very framey. So I'm still kind of puzzled, right? Because there's 27 minutes left in this battle. And they've given up a huge section of this area. Right? I'm just shocked that it's so short, you know? With all these choke points, all these narrow streets, only 27 minutes? Huh. Interesting. All right, so we got Axeman still pushing forward. They took care of the Egyptian infantry, but there's another fresh unit of Egyptian infantry waiting for him. Huh. Look at these guys. A ferocious fight in the center. Now Swaby's coming. Oh, this is the Club Levy. Let's go. Club Levy sighting. Club Levy sighting. All right, so Club Levy have been called into the fight. And guess what? We got more Club Levy waiting in reserve. These guys do have Javi capability. They're going to throw their long sticks with pointy ends at the enemy. Artillery coming down. But guess what? Club Levy are like the immortals. You bring down one, two more will pop up. That's just how it goes. I wish the units would like naturally move out of the way of the rocks. I mean, I know it would take away from kills, but it would feel so much more realistic if the troops like tried to dive out of the way of the giant boulders. Maybe if they were like looking the other way, they wouldn't do it, or if they were stuck in combat, they wouldn't do it, you know. But just them standing there, I wish they would kind of dive out of the way. I think that would be pretty cool to see that. Anyways, here comes the other Club Levy charging in, reinforcing this line. But Axemen, send in more Axemen. Carthage fighting on the far right flank, taking on, you guessed it. Oh wait, no, these aren't Club Levy. Bloodsworn. These guys are much better in terms of skill than Club Levy. But overall, the Club Levy, it cannot be stopped. Maybe individually, but that's how Club Levy gets you, you know? Individually, you might be a better fighter, but Club Levy? Huh. Together, they're unstoppable. It's like that scene in Bug's Life when the grasshoppers are just hanging out at the bar or whatever, and they're laughing. They're like, "What is one ant gonna do?" And he throws that like little like, I don't know, like grain at the ant. He's like, "Did that hurt?" He's like, "No." He's like, "What about this?" And just unloads all the grain on that one ant. You know, that's Club Levy. This long-winded explanation of bringing up a movie, that's Club Levy for you, all right? One Club Levy soldier, yeah, whatever. No big deal. But together, they're an avalanche of hate. And they're coming to destroy everything you love in this world. All right, Egypt charging in some axemen, supporting the Club Levy because they're breaking and they're not that good. He doesn't have enough. That's the problem. He needs more Club Levy. Bloodsworn going around this way, still fighting against the Carthaginians who have sent up the Gallic warriors, the mercenary troops. Carthage using mercenaries? That's not realistic. That's not historical. Actually, Carthaginians had their own army of soldiers, okay? Read a book. Read a book. Okay. Artillery coming down. Look at that. Coming down, doing some major damage to noble fighters, going after a general. I wouldn't say it's general sniping, but it's close. Sword followers coming in. A nice flank against the Nervii. Look at that. That's a huge flank. So Boii really stretching out their attack over here. Really stretching out the defenders, but there's a lot waiting for them. Ooh, nice charge by Nervii. Celtic warriors going toe-to-toe with Celtic warriors. A great even matchup. Beautiful. More artillery raining hell upon the defenders as they sit in reserve, and Club Levy continue to push up to be a bunch of chads to hold the center line. All right, we're almost at 20 minutes left in this battle. We've seen a few units break here and there, but nothing too crazy. Swaby holds on the right flank as Carthage run away like a bunch of cowardly dogs. Not the cool cowardly dog. You know, the Courage, the cowardly dog. Dabba dabba, dabba dabba. The things I do for love. You know, Courage. Not like him, because Courage is actually, you know, Courage is actually very courageous. You know what I mean? Like Courage, the cowardly dog. You know, because Courage is not fearless, right? Courage is when you are afraid, but yet you still go. That's Courage. Courage is legit courageous as hell. God damn it. Sorry, excuse my French. Celtic warriors still battling the Celtic warriors of Nervii. Nice flank here by Levy Freeman. I love it. What is this? Just like Levy Freeman Celtic warriors. This is all that's going on over on this side. Like, it's like, it looks like a Pearl Jam concert or something. Jeremy. Pearl Jam. You guys like Pearl Jam? They're pretty good. They're pretty good. More infantry coming over from the Iberians. We got Oathsworn coming in. Finally, some Oathsworn, some elites. This is not looking good for Boii. It's almost like he's stretched out his attack a little too thin. And just there's waves and waves of defenders coming around this way. But the center is still holding. I'm looking around. You've got these troops who still sallied out. I'm not sure what they're doing. But there's still a ton of attacking forces. Look at this. There's still a ton. Mercenary Samnite warriors. Colchis axemen. You got Masacely with their desert legionaries. Interesting. Interesting. 20 minutes left in this slaughter. The balance of power is looking pretty good for the attackers. It's 50-50, but at least it's not looking bad for them, you know. The center battle still going underway. Look at that. Masacely's barely been in this battle. He's doing a good job of, you know, I'm pretty sure this is Ellington. He's doing a good job of letting his allies go in first and taking all the glory. No, I'm just kidding. No, he's doing a good job of, like, you know, obviously he's the last hurrah force. I mean, look at this. He's got all his reserves back here. That's going to be when they're fresh going in and the defenders are tired because Masacely's ally just kind of grinded them down. It's you know, honestly, I'm serious. It's usually always a good idea to have one player play as a bit of a support player and kind of throws a unit here and there to help you out, but, you know, conserves at least half of his army. Doesn't see any combat until the very end of the fight, so they're super fresh, their morale is high, and they're not fatigued. You know what I mean? It's always a good idea, even on the defending side as well. Like, it's good to have that player that doesn't commit everything, but kind of, you know, commits a little bit here and there. Iberian infantry looking. Oh, this is tragic. I just realized we're watching brother v brother. Oof. Except one is fighting for home and the other is fighting for money. Oh wait, no, this is Libyan infantry. Oh man. Well, at least I corrected myself. Libyan infantry. I don't know why I said Iberian. But they do have, Carthage does have a lot of Iberian units since they kind of conquered that area, you know. They gained control. That's the path they went through, right? To get to Rome. Good old Hannibal. All right, nice little charge there by the Bloodsworn. They continue to hold. This would be their left flank, the right flank of the attackers. And man, I see a lot of attackers. I see a lot of attackers still left here. And I'm just wondering, what is the strategy here? Like, I'm genuinely confused. Like, I am genuinely confused. What is even going on? Where it seems like the defending army is so small. We are seeing more and more units back here, but when I look at this, I see generals nearby, which means like this could be the last line. I see a lot of weak units like the club levy. And don't get me wrong, club levy are very strong, but you need a whole army of them, okay? Have you guys ever seen that? I mean, if you're new to the channel, you might not know the club levy meme. But have you seen the battle of my only club levy? I'm sure if you just type in Rome 2 club levy, you know, it'll pop up. Or it's, yeah. I'm pretty sure I just called it club levy, or I think I called it the greatest army comp ever. Yeah, that's it. That was the name. The greatest army comp ever. And then I showed a picture of Spartans just to mislead people. It's not clickbait when it's a joke, okay? People are going to be thinking, oh, Sparta? What's the best Spartan army comp? And then they're like, oh, club levy. It's funny. I don't know. Call me a clickbaiter. I don't care. I don't care. I is what I is. So the barbarians are still slaughtering each other. Tell me something new. It's literally Europe for most of its history. The center is still being held by the Egyptians. Thorax swordsmen. But what I'm saying here is that it just seems like this has been a cakewalk for the attackers. You know, like, I see their numbers. They still have a ton of troops. And I look at the defenders, and it seems like they have nothing. You know? Hold up. What do I see over here? Hold on. What is this? What is this? Look at this. Light infantry. Masacely has 4 units of light infantry over here in its siege tower. And there could be defenders over here. I'm not really sure, but they are okay. How did I not see that before? Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, we're down to the last 14 minutes. Thorax swordsmen still fighting their own here. Or fighting on their own. That's what I meant to say. Back over on this side, we have Carthage still holding back Libyan infantry. And man, Swaby is just putting up a great fight here. I don't think he's given up much ground here. He's going with the don't bend and don't break strategy. He's even charging him. What a madman. So laggy. There's so many units on the field of battle. It's not really a field though. It's a settlement, but you get what I'm saying. That's crazy. Back over here. Thorax swordsman still fighting this front line. It's nice to see some thorax swordsmen from Egypt over here. You know, something a little different from the club levy. Axemen fighting their hearts out. Fighting their hearts out. Got a lot of reserves here. Nervii got a lot of archers still holding this flank, using this arrow tower to their advantage. Egypt has some thorax swords. They really need a win on this side. Look at this. Is Bowie gonna do for... Are they gonna do a wall flank here? No, it looks like they were thinking about Oathsworn too. Very good. Oathsworn. Oathsworn. Oh. Oh, right in the neck. Yeah, Javi like that in the neck, that looks fatal. And I think it is because he's dead. Man, it's so tragic. These barbarians killing each other. Imagine if they worked together and killed Rome, you know? Actually, I'm glad they didn't. The Roman Empire was pretty boss. Pretty boss. Sword followers. A new unit of sword followers go in. Taking on the thorax swordsman. Colchis still has a ton of axemen. Look at that. And that's not it. Like, look. All back here. Ton of axemen. Look at this. Look at all these troops. Samnite warriors. Very deadly warriors. My question is, where are the defenders? I mean, it's like they slowly are trickling in. Slowly trickling in. Let's get a little update on what's going on back here. Because we're down to 11 minutes left in this battle. Look at this. What is he going to do here? What is he going to do? He's just waiting, being patient, being patient. So now we're seeing some desert legionaries join the fun. We got axemen from Colchis going in. Thorax swordsmen still hold. We got the Egyptian axeman over here. Korean axeman. I don't know. I don't, for some reason I don't know how to pronounce this faction name. They javvy over and take out these axemen who are looking the wrong way. I think they're kind of protecting the Cretan archers, but these Cretan archers are out of ammo. But you know, honestly, like, look at this. Is a big push over here. Bowie and Carthage, and they're actually finally making progress and pushing back the Swabians. But what I was gonna say is that archers are always important, don't get me wrong, but when the defending forces don't have any pikemen, I think you can be a little bit more aggressive with the archers, you know? Not completely. You still want some archers for the late game. But you know, when they don't have pikemen, it's such a sigh of relief. Cuz you need so much ammo and they're just so annoying to deal with. And look at this ferocious fighting here. Ferocious. The Oathsworn move up. Nervii, I think this has definitely got to be the end of Nervii in terms of their force. Like this is it. This is a huge collection of Oathsworn. This is their elite guard. They're probably getting ready. Another unit of Oathsworn. This is it, guys. Look at this defense here. Look at this defense. Okay. Now the defenders are looking a little better. I think they had a lot of units hidden back here. You know, that we couldn't see, because this is the perspective from the attacker. All right, Carthage sending up some infantry to help out. Colchis starting to make some progress here, destroying Thorax swordsmen. Now, I did see movement over here. Sure enough, we do have movement. Look at this. Oh my god. This is so hard to do in Total War. It is so hard to do this. Ambushes are one of the hardest things, and this isn't quite an ambush. This is more of a sneak and maneuver. But nonetheless, ambushes and sneaky maneuvers like this are really difficult. Unless you're playing against a very bad player who has, or a very new player, I should say, or bad, I guess, and they don't have very good map awareness, you can pull this off. But it's not as, like, exciting. You know, when you pull off a move like this against a new player, it's not as exciting because you were going to beat the player anyways, just upright, you know, like fighting him normally. You didn't really need a sneaky maneuver. But when you pull this off against a good player, it is so satisfying because it's so difficult and so challenging. And these troops are moving in, guys. They are moving in. That is hilarious. It's like the Trojan horse. They have snuck into the city with, I don't think they even realize, nobody's moving their troops over. You don't see anybody panicking. You don't see anyone moving over. And look at the chaos of this fight. This is quite the battle here. Look at all these units. Look at the reserves. Look at, oh my god, there's still so many left. And we got Misasli scaring off the Swabian riders of the hunt. Is wild. This is just wild. Sword followers doing their thing. Libyan infantry doing their thing. Guys, we're down to 6 minutes. I don't want to spoil anything, but I've seen a good amount of battles in my days. And I know for a fact there is still way too many troops here for the attackers to win this in 6 minutes. So I think the attackers, the mad lads themselves, they might go for a cap win. They might go for a capture win with this sneak attack. Oh my god. Again, I don't want to spoil it, but that's all I can think of what's going to happen. 6 minutes left. Oh no. Oh, thank god. I thought my game crashed there for a second. I was like, no. Please. Oh, it sucks so bad. It sucks so bad when Total War crashes, because then you gotta fast forward all the way to the same, like, you gotta replay the replay. There's no, like, you know, skipping or playing from reverse or something. You know, like anything, skip chapter or something like that. You literally have to fast forward, and the fast forward is not really that fast. You know, it's like choppy and laggy, and anyways. The plight of recording. It's really nothing. I'm complaining about nothing. All right, anyways, the forces are moving in. Sneaky forces. Where's the capture point? Is this the capture point? Is this it over here? It's got to be. They're making their way over there. And look how careful he's doing. He's being very, very careful. He's one unit at a time. He's doing that because if he just, all ran up, they might see it on the mini map, like, hey, what's this big blob over here? But instead, he's doing one at a time. Once they clear the tower, he moves in. That's pretty cool. This is pretty freaking cool. And still nothing from the defenders. No sign of them falling back and trying to defend that position. No sign of panic. No sign of like, oh my God, we're getting flanked. They're all just focusing their fight. And what a well-timed attack this is. He was patient. He didn't do this, in the first 10 minutes, in the first, 15 minutes. He waited about, a good 30 minutes to do this. Maybe 20, maybe 27 or something like that. Whatever. But I'm still trying to figure out where's the capture point, because I don't think it's this. I've seen battles in here where it goes to here. This is the capture point right here. This is actually like one of the original Rome, because like they've changed the capture points so many times to balance out the maps for multiplayer, I guess. Where they put the capture points in the center of the settlement, I guess because it's just too difficult for players. Here we go. This fight doesn't even matter over here. Like, they are literally about to lose from a back cap. That is hilarious. I've never seen... Well, I've seen it before, but nothing... I've never seen it this clean before. Look at, there they go. They're going in. They're capturing. And the thing is like, I wish Total War... Maybe I don't. I was gonna say, I wish Total War had some kind of like pop-up where it was like, hey, yo, your base is... It's like, maybe the advisor being like, our town center is under attack, like something like that. And it's like, huh, what? Something like that, but then again, I don't, and it kind of makes players have to have better map awareness. But yeah, they still have no idea. This is hilarious. Hilarious. I would have loved, when I hosted those siege tournaments, I would have loved to see something like this where these players, these poor defenders, are fighting their hearts out over in this front line, and it doesn't even matter. Oh, I think they noticed. Or that, no, they might just be repositioning. I think so. Jeez, nope, they didn't notice. They're just repositioning. This blows my mind. I feel like the moons had to align to make this happen, because a lot of the times players like keep back a general or an elite pike unit or something near the town center, just something near it. But no, they committed everything to this fight over here, and it's over, guys. Again, well, the balance of power is 50-50. This is still anyone's game in terms of balance of power, but in terms of big brain tactics, it's very one-sided, as Ellington goes for the back cap. And I know there's gonna be someone in the comments that is just sorely disappointed, like, oh, this battle sucked, but I'm having, this is so unique and different. I love it. I just want to break it down. Let's do some slow motion really quick. Break it down. So it even took me a while to notice the hidden troops here. And I think the one siege tower being here should have been a red flag. It should have been like, hey, why did they send this random siege tower to the back of the base? Huh. I don't know. Like, I would have sent like maybe like a Hillman unit to just stand on the walls just in case, because you see the woods over here. Anyways, it played off perfectly. They attacked at the complete opposite end. It focused all of the defenders' attention, and they probably still don't realize that they're losing this battle. They probably have no idea, because it's not very obvious when it's happening. And they are focusing all their attention over here. They have no idea that their base is getting attacked and conquered. And it just played off perfectly. I mean, they really had to count for, They really had to gamble on the defenders going all in on this defense here, you know, really going all in. But yeah, they did it. So now there's 19 seconds. So we're just gonna fast forward, and it's down to the 10 seconds. And I can just imagine like the players being like, "What? Defeat? What? I still have my army. What? How do we lose? What?" So yeah, that's how they did it, guys. This was a big brain, wrinkly brain strat that paid off. It was a gamble, and it really wasn't a gamble either, because these troops aren't that expensive. So even if they got caught, they would have just died, and sure, you would have lost a couple hundred, maybe even close to 1,000 gold, but he still had a huge army of desert legionaries over here, and it still would have been a close battle, you know. So yeah, that was fun. Great battle. So again, this was sent in by Ellington. Look at that. What is this? He had very little kills because, like I said, he was kind of the reserve force. That was fun. That was cool. Never seen that before. Bowie Eye doing a good job with the attack. On the defense, we got Swaby did great. He held his flank, but again, unfortunately, you gotta watch. You gotta look out. Map awareness is so important. Yeah. So this was a great battle, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Very unique, very fun. Hope you guys have a great. Let's see, what is this coming out tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. I was gonna say great weekend, but we're almost there. We're almost there. So thank you guys, and I will see you next time on the battlefield.